The iPhone SE2 got cancelled. I don't know. I'm really not sure what to say. It's not fully confirmed yet, but we actually had some reports that Apple isn't working on it anymore. That some things went wrong in terms of the iPhone SE2. Anyway, I really wanted to make this quick video on everything new in terms of the SE2 because you're all waiting for it as much as I am. So here's everything you need to know, all the new leaks and rumors on Apple's entry-level iPhone, the iPhone SE2. So grab some bikes this time and head over to your nearest church. Let's pray that the iPhone SE2 isn't cancelled. So find a nice bench, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Okay, so I made a few leaks and rumors episodes on the iPhone SE2 before, covering a ton of leaks on the SE2. We've actually had many contradictory reports on this. We even had hands-on leaks, screen protector leaks, case leaks, renderings from case manufacturers, schematics, and even prototypes. So Apple was clearly very close to finishing this phone up and actually releasing it to consumers. And here's the thing, we were actually expecting the SE2 back in March, but that never happened. And then we were expecting it to WWDC 2018 in June, but that never happened either. So our last option is actually the September event at which Apple would be introducing the new 2018 iPhones. And we've actually had a recent report from case manufacturer Olexar. Olexar has been quite a reliable source so far in terms of iPhone leaks and phone leaks, and they actually claim that Apple will only be releasing 3 new iPhone models this year. Only 3 is more than enough, guys. But yeah, the iPhone 10 update, then the iPhone 10 Plus and the iPhone 10 Lite, on which I've actually done a video before, both the 10 Plus and the 10 Lite. And the 10 Lite would actually be Apple's entry-level iPhone for 2018, but that would be an entry-level iPhone 10 actually, not an entry-level iPhone, priced at around $600 to $700. So it's not an entry-level iPhone like the iPhone SE1 was, or currently is. So this means that in this case, Apple would be probably keeping the iPhone 8, the 8 Plus, and maybe even the 7 and the 7 Plus, and maybe, just maybe, even the iPhone SE1 as Apple's true entry-level iPhone. So what about the SE2? Has it been cancelled or just postponed? Well, the thing is, I don't know, the SE2 was in a tough spot already. In my previous videos, I talked a lot about the many different options that Apple was considering for the SE2. So option number 1 was actually an SE2 that will look exactly like an SE1, just with updated specs, such as the Apple A10 processor and an iPhone 7 camera. So essentially an iPhone 7 instead of an iPhone 6s inside an iPhone 5S or 5 body. Then option number 2 was pretty much the same as option number 1, same specs, just with a glass back for wireless charging. And then option number 3, this is a bit more interesting. So this was a mini iPhone 10 with around a 4 inches display as well as a notch. Now, of course, that option number 3 seems to be the best one, but for a really low price point that Apple would be selling this at, they wouldn't be able to include Face ID. And since the home button would be removed entirely, then how would we unlock this phone? And how would Apple Pay work? Because, I mean, yeah, the front-facing camera could be used for this, for unlocking the phone, but I think that Apple still wants to feature Apple Pay on this iPhone, since, you know, the iPhone SE1 did include Apple Pay, and Apple Pay needs Face ID or Touch ID in order for it to work for security purposes, so this phone needs Face ID, which would increase the cost, which in turn would bring it closer to the price point of the 6.1-inch iPhone, the entry-level iPhone 10, so you can see how Apple's quite in a tough spot in terms of the iPhone SE2. Now, I personally think that Apple hasn't scrapped the SE2 entirely. Maybe they just want to see how well the 6.1-inch LCD iPhone would sell, and if it sells well, maybe in 2019 they'll introduce the true iPhone SE2 with Face ID and basically a smaller iPhone 10 essentially. I mean, if you take a look at the 2018 iPads, the entry-level iPads, and the 2017 entry-level iPad, this was actually Apple's best-selling tablet, so consumers truly want affordable and good Apple products. The 2017 and 2018 iPads that iPad was literally just an iPad Air from 2013 design-wise, same body, same display, just with updated specs. I've actually done some in-depth reviews on those iPads in case you want to check those out, but Apple could very easily do the same with the iPhone SE2, use the same iPhone SE1 design, and just throw in some updated specs. Now, I do hope that Apple won't be doing this, because, you know, it's the lazy option, obviously. It really seems that Apple is experimenting with multiple design choices based on all the leaks that we've seen so far, and it seems that Apple does want to get this right, both in terms of the design and the features, as well as in terms of the cost. So we'll have to see what happens in September. Do check out my videos, by the way, on the iPhone 10 Lite and the iPhone 10 Plus as well. those would be the iPhones that are definitely going to be released this year in 2018. And then we'll see what Apple does for 2019. I've done a video on what to expect in 2019, but we'll see what happens with this iPhone, the SE2, if it's going to be released in September or maybe at the 2019 March event or so. Again, everything would depend on how well the 6.1-inch iPhone 10 Lite would be selling. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Again, the only report on the fact that the iPhone SE2 has been canceled is coming from Alexar. So if that report is fake, usually they were pretty accurate in terms of the reports on smartphone leaks. So if by some reason that report is fake, then the iPhone SE2 could be released in September. Otherwise, like I said, probably March 2019, or maybe indeed scrapped forever. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe, but enable notifications if you want to see more leaks, rumors, episodes, and interesting videos, in-depth tech videos like this one. Actually, this one wasn't really that in-depth. This was pretty quick. But do let me know in the comments, what do you guys think about the SE2? So the SE1 was basically Apple's small form factor iPhone. It wasn't really designed for it to be cheap. It was designed for it to be a small form factor phone. The iPhone 5C, that was designed to be cheap. So I don't know, the SE2 is probably going to be designed to be cheap, not necessarily small. And in that case, the 6.1-inch iPhone is already designed to be cheap. So yeah, Apple's in a really, really tough spot when it comes to this. They're making way too many iPhones now, because back in the day, we only had one iPhone model, and now this year, we might even have 4. Yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think about all this. This has been pretty much it for this video. Feel free to dislike if you enjoyed it, to let me know. And yeah, this has been pretty much it. Thank you for watching. I'm actually on holiday right now, so if this video goes live, then it means that somehow it went live. And okay, so yeah, cool. See you guys in my next one. Awkward outro. Enough tech. Signing out. Cheers.